How's it going, Raider Nation? It's JT coming at you with another episode of the RaiderCast, your podcast for everything silver and black. Today, the Associated Press released their choices for the NFL's yearly All-Pro teams, both first and second. There were actually three Raiders, that made the first team All-Pro, but zero that made the second. First team All-Pro, Davante Adams, of course. He had an absolutely insane season. This is now his third All-Pro, first team All-Pro, and he's well on his way to going into the Hall of Fame at this point. Just the sheer amount of All-Pros he has, Pro Bowls, yards, touchdowns, all that good stuff. He's definitely going to be on his way to a Hall of Fame career, especially if he has another good 2 to 3 seasons with us, just to, extend those stats and increase those stats. And then you have Josh Jacobs, who is a first-time All-Proer. This is his first time ever going onto an All-Pro list at all. It's, well-deserved rushing title champion. He had by far the most votes in the league. The clear-cut number one running back in the league this season, and is a well-deserved first-team All-Pro. And this should clear the way for him to be locked up by the Raiders this offseason, which in my opinion is absolutely going to happen. There's no way we let him walk, especially after pretty much carrying this offense. And then the third and final Raider who made the AP All-Pro list is kicker Daniel Carlson. Is finally getting his flowers. Somehow is not a Pro Bowler, but is an All-Pro, which in my opinion makes zero sense. But he's getting his flowers. He absolutely deserved it. He was the best kicker in the league by far this season. And the usual All-Pro kicker, Justin Tucker, did not have a good season at all. He had an 85 field goal percentage. Carlson had well over 90. Same thing for extra points. And he made an NFL record 11 50-plus yard field goals in this season. So those three players absolutely deserved it. We have the third most All-Pros on the first team, just behind the Chiefs, who have 4, and the Niners, who also have 4. So that just goes to show how top-heavy this talent of our roster is. We just need to build up that depth. Now, the two players that everyone's talking about getting snubbed, the first one I'm going to go over is A.J. Cole, and that is only because A.J. Cole is a really good punter, although I think he was definitely a really good punter, and I think if there was a third team, he would absolutely make the third team. But the two punters above him, Townsend and Stonehouse, absolutely fantastic punters this season, so they definitely deserve it as well. But the player that absolutely should have been at least second team was Maxx Crosby, snubbed from the list over Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick was put in his place. The edge rushers that were chosen were Nick Bosa, Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, and Hassan Reddick. All those players had fantastic seasons, but Maxx Crosby, if you look at the comparisons of the stats, he is absolutely up there with those players. The only stat line that he doesn't have top 3 in amongst those players is sacks, which is 5, and he's in 5th place. He has 12.5, which is only 1 total sack behind Micah Parsons, who, by the way, was second place in defensive player of the year and first place in defensive rookie of the year voting last season, who had a fantastic season as well. But if you look at all the other stats, pressures, TFLs, especially tackles, all that stuff, he was in the top part of that compared to those 4 guys, and absolutely deserved at least second team over someone like Hassan Reddick or even Myles Garrett. But they looked at the sacks. Hassan Reddick and Myles Garrett both had 16 sacks even, so they had to give it to those guys, I guess. But being 3.5 sacks less than those 2 guys, only 1 less than Micah Parsons, and 6 behind Nick Bosa, should not have determined him to get off the list, especially when he led the league in TFLs and tackles amongst D linemen. TFLs actually throughout the league, and basically had linebacker stats when it came to run defense. Was one of the highest graded run defenders by PFF. So he absolutely deserved it, but this is just fuel to the fire for next season when he wins Defensive Player of the Year. But that is all I have for you guys today. Congratulations to Davante Adams, who's on my wall. Great jersey. Josh Jacobs, who I have on the wall over there. And Daniel Carlson, who I need to get a jersey of, absolutely. And AJ Cole. And of course I have a Maxx Crosby jersey, but I need to get Daniel Carlson and AJ Cole jerseys, absolutely. Considering that both have a Pro Bowl. One of them has a Pro Bowl, and now Carlson has an All-Pro. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you guys feel about Maxx Crosby being snubbed from the All-Pro list. I'm obviously, as a huge Maxx Crosby guy, a little miffed, but again, like I said, more fuel to the fire. He is a Pro Bowler this season, so he did get that out of it. But he absolutely deserved All-Pro. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys had an absolutely fantastic day. And peace out, Raider Nation.